You know, the early 90s, specifically from June of 1990 to September 1992, really take me back and makes me wish for that, I don't know what.
I know what you mean. In our modern world, what could it be that we're missing?
Well, it's more Bryan Adams.
Bryan Adams?
Absolutely. You have a dark hole that is your soul, and more coffee in the Twitter ain't the cure. It's to have more poorly sung and cheesy titled songs from Canada's own superstar, Bryan Adams. And now you can with the Bryan Adams Lost Recordings.
Cowabunga!
Totally wicked, Home Skillet!
Eat my shorts, man. This CD or cassette tape is da bomb with great tracks like
To know your love is to know you.
and
You got a face only I can love.
and
7 billion people! But I guess I love you!
and
Unlucky at cards, but lucky in love.
Bryan Adams, the Lost Recordings, shows you a side of Bryan Adams you've never heard before. It's the Canadian love machine, alone in a room with a bottle of scotch, and no one ain't play any instruments for him. He's totally keeping it real, with songs like
1 + 1 equals both.
and
Love me, and I'll take you to Quebec.
and
Love makes you do wacky things!
order now and we'll include Jackie Sings on Stinker Madness at no additional charge. You'll just need to download each episode of Stinker Madness and edit out the parts where she doesn't sing, which is only 10% of each episode. Plus, we'll throw in a signed digital headshot of Stinker Madness Sam. All this will make you totally wanna raise the roof.
Stinker Madness. Stinker Madness. Stinker Madness. We got the Stinker Madness.
Hello and welcome to Stinker Madness. I got some things I want to say. Oh, Sam and Jackie are here. I am Justin. How are you guys?
Good.
Okay.
Good. I just want to say some things that we don't do enough.
Wait, I have something I want to say first.
Okay.
Happy birthday, Mr. Sam.
10% of the episode.
10%.
Happy birthday, Mr. Sam.
It is Sam's birthday. We are having
This
a...
reminds me of that great hit, 1 + 1 equals both. That's really funny, by the way. That's a really good fucking joke.
I spent some time digging into cheesy love things and twisting them. I want to say some things that we never say. First, visit our website at stinkermadness.com. There you will find links to be able to review us on iTunes, which helps us out immensely. Please review us on iTunes. We need more of those from you guys. Follow us on Facebook to get the latest on what we're doing, including new blog posts and new episodes, as well as G+. And then I specifically want to say on YouTube today, I uploaded our recommended movies that you can watch for free on YouTube. You don't have to pay $1. You just have to go and watch these movies. And some of them are awesome. Some of them we've done, actually all of them are awesome, but some of them we've done episodes on, like Death Race 2000, The Beastmaster's on there. I did not put Bending the Rules on there. Sorry.
That was kind of a shit move.
Yeah. So check that out. Go to our website, and then you can find us on YouTube as well. I think it's just YouTube/Stinker Madness, but whatever. Secondly, we're going to be moving to a new schedule. We're now going to be releasing the main episodes on Mondays and the 0.5 or Prelude episodes on Fridays. Also, email us at talk@stinkermadness.com and say anything you would like. Even ask us inspiring questions, or just tell us that we all look good with our shirts off. That's my news.
All right.
Other than that, happy birthday, Sam.
Yeah, so if Justin has to leave in the middle of the podcast and let somebody in, that's what's happening. I'll fill with some vaudevillian
Oh,
jokes.
yeah. Well, we're having a party. We have got a lot of material today, so we're going to be moving on. The movie this week is Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, with Kevin Costner and Christian Slater and Alan Rickman and
Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
Mary Elizabeth Mastersonio.
Oh, that's right. She was a big deal. She was in The Abyss, and she was
as
almost somebody.
We'll find out later, she was not the original choice.
Oh, I'm sure. No.
Oh, I'm sure you know.
I just want to say a couple things about this movie. This is an oddball pick. Maybe you are thinking, dear listener, like, I remember that movie being a big deal and, like, it made all the cash. It did make all the cash, I believe.
Oh, it made all the cash. We'll find that out later as well.
I loved this movie when I was 14 years old, and I thought that it was, like, really good. Like, this is a really, really, really good film. So when DVD came out, this was one of the first movies that I bought on. I might have bought it on DivX.
No, it was a normal DVD.
I bought it brand new on DVD. I was so excited, and Sam and I were watching bullshit, and I was like, "No, we should watch a good movie."
What happens was, as I recall, you'd owned it for quite some time, and I was looking at your DVD rack. And I was like, Prince of Thieves, this movie is terrible. And you were like, no, it's not. It's a really good movie. We got into an argument, and so we watched it.
Well, it ended up in me throwing it out of the car of the window of my car because Hastings would only give me 50 cents for it.
So you frisbeed it right out of the window.
Frisbeed it right out the window because I was so angry.
And you're deflating the story a little bit because we watched it and you were looking at me angrily because you're like, you're right. This movie is fucking terrible. And then you just stood up, pulled it out of the DVD player, put it in the sleeve, and went, get in the car, we're going to Hastings to try to sell it back immediately after watching it.
Nice. Yeah, it makes better zombie fodder than viewing fodder, I believe.
I just remember that the main song from that
Which means
movie,
that you've now bought this movie twice.
I have, right.
That's true. But I just remember, like, when I saw this movie, I just loved the Bryan Adams song in it. And so did everybody else.
It was like the biggest song for like 5 years.
And I remember going to like wedding rehearsals and the people before us were getting married to this song. Like, they were walking down the aisle
still get
to
married
the
to that
Bryan
song.
Adams
Oh yeah,
song.
no, people still get married to this song. I remember it was so awesome in 1991. We were like 11 or 12 or something. And it
You
was
put
like
it on
right
a
at that.
mixtape, didn't you?
No, I don't like Bryan Adams very much.
Even with great tracks like Love Me and I'll Take You to Quebec.
No, there was, I don't remember who had Waking Up the Neighbors, but somebody had
Waking Up the Neighbors.
And played it too much, and it pissed me off constantly. I hated that album. But anyway, when you're like, because we're 11, 12 when this comes out, and it was so awesome that you're like right at that age where you don't play anymore, but you were kind of thinking, we should play Prince of Thieves.
Right, we should
play this movie because
You get to be
it's
May
so
Marian.
fucking awesome. We should play this. We can't do that. We're too old. We should play this and not tell anybody.
Get some plastic swords, whack each other in the face.
Oh, I had those.
Is there even swords in this movie? I don't remember.
Oh yeah, there's
There's swords and ropes that he like.
That was actually one of the more awesome
right.
things about it was that he swords like, oh, Robin Hood is good at sword fighting too.
Ooh la
Oh,
la!
this guy's
Yeah, well, it's Kevin Costner. He's
Kevin
gotta be
Costner
good
is
at
a top-notch action star.
This was like the peak. This was the the preemptive strike to Waterworld. Waterworld couldn't have been
more
much
than you know.
after this
More than
movie.
we will find out some things
This is
later
the peak
about
of Kevin
speaking
Costner's
of Waterworld.
the entry to the peak of Kevin Costner's awfulness, which is great. Some stinker news. I've got some interesting things. In 2016, we can look forward to a major Hollywood release of The Power Rangers.
Is Worth Keeter going to be directing?
No.
Oh.
This is a typical Hollywood reboot of the Power Rangers.
No, they weren't good the first time.
Like, with, like, the Avengers level of budget.
Huh.
I never liked the Power Rangers.
I don't
Power
remember if
Rangers
Worth
sucked.
Keeter did the movie, the Power Rangers movie that came out. I'm not sure if he did or not, but
There's a couple of them. I looked at them.
he did a lot of the episodes.
Go Power Rangers!
Worth Keeter, of course.
Yeah,
Worth Keeter, of course, being the director of Order of the Black Eagle and Unmasking the Idol.
Oh, amazing.
Those are Hall
awesome.
of Fame. That shit's
No,
Hall
I'm
of
talking
Fame.
about the Power Rangers.
Yeah, dude.
Well, maybe that was the allure to it. They had
Be on
somebody
the
in
lookout for
charge.
trespassing ninjas. Universal is also rebooting some of the classic monster movies from the 30s. This September, we can look forward to a new Dracula movie.
Yay, I love Dracula movies.
Next, they've got The Mummy on tap. And it's not the Brendan Fraser mummy. It's the Boris Karloff mummy.
Well, Brendan Fraser mummy was a reboot of the Boris Karloff mummy.
It was campy and silly. I believe that these are supposed to be horror movies. All of the 1930s. There may be more. Like Frankenstein. I imagine Frankenstein will rear his ugly head.
Anyway, Frankenstein just reared his head, even though it wasn't serious, with I, Frankenstein and Aaron Eckhart.
No, but did you watch that? These are reboots of classic. They're not.
We should have redboxed that.
I Frankenstein. I've heard good things.
I can't imagine.
I've actually heard good things. Space Invaders, the video game.
How do you do that as a movie?
I have no idea.
I think it would be awesome if it really was just a shot of a ship from up top. Like, really well done special effects, but it's just one shot for an hour and a half of a ship going side to side shooting other things.
I imagine it'll come into play. I mean, they did that with Battleship, with the markers or whatever those are called.
Yeah.
The red and the blue
pins. And then also with Doom. They did the jacked up steroid first person sequence, which Doom is.
Don't watch.
What a disappointment.
Yeah,
I mean, you expected it to be so awful that it was awesome, but it was just awful.
Well, I'm hoping that Space Invaders is more like Battleship than Doom, but it's going to be directed by a guy named Akiva Goldsman, who you will recognize from such directorial splendor as Winter's Tale.
I haven't seen that, but I want to.
That just came out.
Well, wait, I was thinking of Snow Angels, which was David Gordon Green.
No, Winter's Tale with the Colin Firth, not Colin Firth.
Colin Farrell.
Colin Farrell.
Oh, that looks bad.
Oh, and the Hugh Jackman, not the Hugh Jackman, the other guy, Russell Crowe.
Oof.
Yeah, so look forward to Space Invaders. August has been officially declared Stinker Month in the theaters by me. We've got, I want to give you guys a preview. What's coming to theaters near you? Coming attractions. You got Hercules with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. That's a big deal. I'm pretty stoked about Hercules, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
I am pretty stoked.
Yeah, that sounds like it's going to be an
That
awesome
should
movie.
be actually an event for us where we should watch the Lou Ferrigno Hercules and then watch Double Down on Hercules.
Yeah.
Because I remember having a real good time with the Lou Ferrigno Hercules with Sean in like 2001, something like that.
I think Hercules is an excellent opportunity to make a real stinker. Guardians of the Galaxy.
I saw the trailer for it and it looks bad.
Yeah, it looks bad. You got the Guardians of the Galaxy, of course, which I'm on the ropes about. You think it's going to be a stinker.
Well, I just remember
Most people
I had
think
read
it's
a
gonna be a
lot
stinker.
of I tried to read the 70s. I can't remember late 60s or early 70s, but there was an original Guardians of the Galaxy, and it was god-awful. It was almost impossible to read.
Yeah, I tried reading the 2008 Guardians of the Galaxy, and I was out.
Well, that was supposed to be good.
Yeah, I was out after the first issue. TMNT, of course. Teenage Mutant
Which
Ninja
I haven't
Turtles.
not seen any of it, so I'm going to give it a shot.
Next, we got Step It Up All In. A new Step It Up.
I can't even... I thought Bring It On. Is it Step It Up is the same?
Step It Up is the dancing and the dance. You got
You've been served.
But
Wait,
it's not
did
You
we
Got
watch
Served.
Step It Up? What was the
No,
one
I
that
think
we
we
watched?
watched a You Got Served movie.
No, it was in England.
No, that was a Step It Up movie.
That was Step It Up?
Yeah, we didn't see a Step It Up movie.
Step It Up was actually surprisingly entertaining.
No, boy.
It was dumb.
Yeah,
but
real dumb.
Actually, Bring It On... Wait, what was the cheerleading movie with
Bring It
Kirsten
On.
Dunst?
Bring It On, yeah.
In the Spirit, I liked that movie. I mean, I didn't like it, but I was like, holy crap, this is sort of entertaining.
I don't know if you've ever said anything gayer in your entire life. Moving on. Expendables 3, of course.
I didn't like it, but I mean, I was surprised by it.
I'm excited about the Expendables 3.
I am not. PG-13.
I still am excited. I've liked the last two.
You got Kevin Costner in this one.
Oh,
No.
boy.
Yeah. Or no, is it Mel Gibson or Kevin Costner?
Either
Mel
way,
Gibson.
those
I think
two
it's
are
Mel Gibson.
shit.
Yeah.
Mel Gibson and Wesley Snipes.
Yeah. I always mix those up.
Don't Wesley Snipes. Those
No.
are fighting words.
Mel Gibson. Mel Gibson.
You just saw a Mel Gibson movie and he blew your
Blew
freaking
your mind.
mind. He was awesome in Machete Kills.
He's still a crazy nut jobber.
He is a
He's
fucking
not a crazy nut jobber. That's the thing about it. He's just drunk. When
What's
you're
with
that
the obsession
drunk,
with torture?
No.
when you're that drunk, you say
Pass.
stupid shit.
And making terrible movies.
I never saw Apocalypto, so I'm going to withhold judgment.
Okay. Anything else?
Sin City: A Dame to Kill For. It's coming out.
Okay.
And then, this is big news. You guys are not familiar with this. It's called Into the Storm. It is an unofficial sequel to Twister.
Oh,
Okay.
boy.
Oh boy, I watched the trailer today. You should check it out.
Twister's god awful.
It is borderline Sci-Fi Channel, but it's 20th Century Fox and New Line Cinema. In August, I've got some more DVD releases, things that we can look forward to. Ironclad Battle for Blood.
They made a sequel to Ironclad.
Yeah, made a sequel to Ironclad.
Is what's his face in it?
No, I didn't even bother to look.
Oh. What's his face?
Need for Speed, of course.
Guy from...
Which I'm super excited about.
Oh, yeah, I want to see that one.
And then Rage with Nick Cage, I have heard terrible things about. So we've got another Nick Cage to keep our eye out for.
Oh, yes.
So that's my, that's the news. We're going to mix this up because I got another segment. And I want to interject.
Oh, so you just want more airtime? Is that what you're saying?
No. This
you have a bunch of stuff over here because you're antsy as shit.
Yeah, you are antsy as shit. But we have a special because it's an official birthday episode.
Oh, okay.
Birthday
Okay.
segment. Yeah, so why don't we move on to Stinker Thinkers.
Okay. Stinker Thinker time. I am antsy. I've got some good ones this week.
Just for the viewers' care, this episode of Stinker Thinkers will be brought to you by Sports Sound Effects.
All right. And of course, if you can guess the thing that all of these movies
there is
have
not
in
men
common.
in gladiator fights.
I was going to say man gets hit in groin with football.
That's classic.
So, and again, we have the...
Oh, which, hold on, let's give
What's
a
the score there,
update.
Justin?
I think it's
13-11.
13-11.
Okay,
13-11.
don't forget, there's an extra point up for grabs for the thing
Right,
that
I did forget that
with
last
all
week.
these movies. Okay, so the first one, the tagline, Beyond the Horizon lies the secret to a new beginning. The polar ice caps have melted, and the Earth is covered by water.
Was that Tennis Racket?
That's what I heard.
That was Tennis Racket.
Waterworld.
Yes.
Duh. How did you...
Yes.
Kevin Costner.
Yes.
Bam!
All these movies are Kevin
2
Costner.
score! That
Sam,
ties it
what are
up.
you
We need
doing?
to stop doing the bonus ones because he's got an inside line on your brain because you're married.
Waterworld, there's a bunch of stickers.
All right, the next one. The journey begins this November. Discover it for yourself. Lieutenant John Dunbar is dubbed a hero. Wow, that was a really long one.
That was
Whoever
awesome.
the screamer was.
The Postman.
No!
Read the rest of it.
Lieutenant John Dunbar is dubbed a hero after he accidentally leads Union troops to a victory during the
Dances
Civil War.
with Wolves.
Yes!
God bless it.
Ding, ding, ding! All right, and our final one, the tagline. Sometimes the only way to uphold justice is to break the law.
Wyatt Earp.
No. Fuck. I don't think Kevin Costner was in Wyatt Earp.
Yeah, he was.
Not.
Yes,
I
he
know he
was.
wasn't.
Was he?
No, you're thinking of Tombstone. Wyatt Earp.
I thought
was
Dennis
there.
Anyway.
Quaid was in Wyatt
No,
Earp.
Dennis Hopper was
Chance
in Wyatt
for
Earp.
Sam here. After being captured by Turks during the Crusades, Robin of Locksley...
Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
Yes! Oh, yay! I did that one just because that's our movie for the week.
God damn it, that's... I had a chance. Whoops, I'm accidentally hitting sports sounds.
And then we're
15,
back to even.
13. God bless it. Son of a... just can't finish that off. Well, that was Stinker Thinkers.
That was quick.
That was quick. That was a good choice. We'll see what happens next week. Like I said, I have a little segment I want to interject.
Okay.
The worst birthday movie scenes, or the worst birthdays within movies of all time. Unfortunately, believe it or not, this is kind of weird. I dug through this all week.
16 Candles.
No, worst birth. Well, they have to be stinkers. They have to be somewhat stinkers. They have to.
That's actually not bad.
Yeah. There's not a lot of movies that have birthdays in them, believe it or not. There's not. In fact, there's no birthday movie other than 16 Candles and one that is on this list.
Lethal Weapon 2?
Liar, liar.
Lethal Weapon. One of the Lethal Weapons, Danny Glover has a birthday.
It's my birthday.
Yeah.
I'm going to watch a flick about my birthday with my family.
I should blow out these candles.
I should sit on this toilet. Well, number 3.
Yeah, I think it's the second one because it's his birthday and he's stuck on
like
the damn toilet.
his dream is to take a crap.
And
like
he can't
all I
even
want
poop. He
for
can't
my
even
birthday
poop.
is to take a dump.
2 days away from retirement.
Every time.
Every time.
Number 3. Damien's Fifth.
What?
Is that the
Omen?
Yes,
Yes,
that is
the
the Omen.
Okay.
Where his babysitter jumps off the roof with a noose around her neck.
Happy birthday to
That's
you.
a bad birthday.
You know,
Yeah.
I knew a gal
Nobody wants to ride the
who
ponies after
was
that.
Damien?
who named her son Damien because of that movie, and he turned out to be
can't
kind
do
of
that.
a little bit of a problem.
You can't do that.
He's a real handful, that Damien. I'm not joking.
Weird. Did she get him a giant Rottweiler by chance?
No.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't think that he can be trusted with animals.
You don't name your child Damien. You just don't do it. Johnny's birthday from The Room.
Oh,
Real bad time. Not a good birthday party. Find out your fiance is boning Mark. And then you have no choice but to shoot yourself.
in the face.
And go, no.
You're tearing me apart.
Despite the fact a room is a place that you can have a good
You
time.
can have a good time. Number 3 is Carousel from Logan's Run.
Carousel. Bad deal.
It's almost as bad as Johnny's birthday. Actually, it might
It's
be not
worse.
as bad. It is worse, but at least you got company.
And you probably, don't feel it.
True.
Or,
Well,
you only
Johnny's
feel
not gonna
it
feel
so
it when he
much
blows his
that,
brains out.
well, no, but he knows what's going. You actually think something's awesome is going to happen, and then you just get sucked up into a mulcher.
Damn.
Yeah, Carousel's a bad time.
That's a bad deal.
So we'll call it a draw.
I wonder if it was a Troy belt. It was a Troy belt chipperback mulcher. A really big one.
Whose
It was
job
the
is
last
that?
thing they did before the apocalypse was build Carousel.
Damn it.
So there you go. That's our special birthday feature in honor of Sam. So speaking of Sam, it is now time for Sam's boring bullshit.
Well, as you were saying before, something about Waterworld, the director of this film is Kevin Reynolds, who...
It's not a name I'm familiar with. For
Well,
a big deal.
the
I
only
almost thought that this was a
movie-
Zemeckis film
No.
or a Ron Howard film.
You'll know him from a couple of things. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. He directed Fandango. Was his first movie.
Oh, I thought that was just a place where you go to look at movies.
No, Fandango's kind of a big
Yeah, I don't know
deal
what
in
Fandango
certain
is.
circles. It's actually, I believe, Kevin Costner's first lead. I think he had a significant role in a film before that, but this is the first time that he was top billing lead was in Fandango. And so they became really good friends. They do this movie. And on Waterworld, which was also directed by Kevin Reynolds,
Okay.
which originally it's billed as Kevin Costner's the director on the back of it.
That's what I thought.
And the Reynolds wants nothing to do with it, but he actually directed all the way through shooting. He left during post-production because of arguments with Costner over what was
So I
happening with
am
editing.
to infer that Reynolds had nothing to do with the Postman then.
No,
That was all Costner.
those all Costner.
Gotcha.
They are basically estranged after he walks off of Waterworld.
Strange, like they were fucking married before.
Well, the friendship can become estranged. Either way.
They grew apart.
Well, yeah, they did. They didn't like each other for a long time.
Kevin?
In fact,
we just drifted.
he had said after walking off of Waterworld that Kevin should only star in movies he directs. That way he can work with his favorite actor and director. Yo, zinger!
Oh, man.
That's a mean thing to say.
And then,
But
you know,
totally
he's seeing
true.
this comment and he's like, that's about right.
Could you imagine if we had Twitter back in the day when Costner was doing his thing? Like, I bet you there would have been some fun stuff.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, they get everything smoothed out eventually because they reunite for the first thing that really gets any critical acclaim that Kevin Reynolds did since Prince of Thieves, which was the Hatfields and McCoys.
Right, which I thought was a Costner thing as well.
Kevin Costner's in that. They reunite for that.
No, I thought Costner was directing that.
Nope. Kevin
Or
Reynolds produced it.
Producing. Okay.
This is that's his makeup. Is he? I'm sorry. Come do this television event.
We can be bros again. We can drift back together.
And you'll see how good of an actor I am because I've cast Bill Paxton against myself.
Were you about to cap into Neil out there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome that somebody can just say love and I can think Love will keep us together.
Do,
But it doesn't because they broke up. So fuck Captain Tennille. You can't trust him.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And since the Hatfield McCoys was such a big hit, he's now going to be, and currently in production, directing Resurrection, which is a mystery thriller.
Filler. I love the filler
yeah.
genre.
A mystery thriller. Mm-hmm. Keep that in mind. This is how this movie is built. A mystery thriller. I can't overstate that. That is an unofficial sequel to The Passion of the Christ.
Oh my god. Seriously?
Seriously.
Oh man.
When does this come out?
2015.
Damn.
Next year.
Well, we're making a trip.
Yeah,
Prepare
that's $1
Prepare
theater.
for that. Oh boy, that will probably top the Noah special because that sounds god
awful.
Yeah, I'm gonna try not to laugh during that one.
Lazarus.
Carrie Elwes. Actually, no. Before I get to that,
What about this movie in particular? Because it seems like you're giving us a lot of facts about other movies. Are you building to something?
Yes, all of that happened with the Waterworld because
I'm giving you the stink eye, Sam.
I don't give a shit.
Oh no! Don't shit in your chair. That
It's
could
his
be bad.
birthday.
Yeah.
He don't give a shit.
I don't give a shit. We're
Also,
not
a
going-
great
we're even-
track by Bryan Adams.
Huh. So, during post-production of the film we're watching, this is where I was going with all this.
Oh, okay.
This is where it starts with him and with Reynolds and Costner. Is apparently Costner and another producer lock the editor out of the editing room and basically edit the movie themselves.
I'll give it. Okay.
And they kick Reynolds sort of off of it, but because of the stipulations in his contract and because they didn't officially fire him, the Directors Guild of America stipulates that he has to see the cut of the film before it goes to theaters. I don't think he was able to do anything about it, but he was not excited when he
he gets
saw
to
what
at
they
least
came
see
up
it.
with.
Nice.
And I think that what they came up with is what ended up in the theaters.
Yeah.
It doesn't say. It doesn't, there's no, I don't know if it gets recut back his way or what happens there, but that's the beginning of the rift between Reynolds and Costner. Originally,
Not that he slept with his wife.
Carrie Elwes was cast as Robin Hood, but turned it down because he thought that the script was too silly and contrived.
Carrie Elwes.
Carrie Elwes
Said
turned
that.
this down.
Carrie Elwes.
Yes. Who then ends up, he must have hated it so much
That he ended
that
up
he was
being
all about being
Robin Hood.
in Robin Hood Men in Tights.
awesome.
And I think that
Good
that's
for
actually,
Carrie Elwes.
as I was reading it, it seems like that might be a him and Mel Brooks inside joke, was that he was originally cast as this part.
That's awesome.
Alan Rickman turned it down twice before they finally gave him more money and told him that he could do whatever he wanted with the character.
Before Slytherin, what the hell's Alan Rickman in the Harry Potter's Professor
Voldemort?
Snipe.
Professor Snipe.
I don't know anything about those movies. The only thing I know is there's a guy named
Alan
Voldemort.
Rickman kind of disappeared after this movie. He was hot business.
He was
and then
in
it was
Quigley
like,
Down Under after
what
this.
the fuck happened to Alan Rickman? And then no Alan Rickman for like 10 years, and then all of a sudden you get
What are
Alan
you talking
Rickman
about?
again.
He was in Quigley Down Under.
Which was like 1992.
Die Hard.
Which was like 1988.
He was in Love Actually.
That's way after.
That's like 2000.
Well, he went back
5.
to England and did a number of films over there as well.
Him and Patrick Stewart were hanging out,
I don't know.
palling around with Ian McKellen.
Maybe.
They're besties. It's the trio.
Christian Slater ad-libbed the fuck it line.
I
Okay.
didn't know there was a fucking line.
Fuck it, he made it over.
I don't remember this.
Okay.
Or fuck me, that's what it is. Fuck me, he made it over. And
Good for Christian.
it like just on set was just, or like they're shooting and he has a line or whatever. And I don't know if they'd shot it a number of times or whatever, he just decides to do it. He's like, fuck me!
Did Slater do anything big after this
This
movie?
is the end of him, I think.
I think this is the end of, like, the start of the
but
end for
kind
a
of
lot
the
of guys.
beginning of Morgan Freeman, because he'd done Driving Miss Daisy before this, but this...
That he won a fucking Oscar for.
Yeah, I know, but like this was a big deal for him. Like he was really building
A
up
launch
steam.
pad,
and this,
a launch pad for,
well-
like, I can also be in major Hollywood releases.
yeah, action films.
I can also be in major action films and explain the plot to you.
The nude scene with Kevin Costner is a body double because he'd gotten put on some pounds.
Stunt butt.
Stunt butt. Brian Blessed, of course. What is his name in? He's the king of the Hawkmen.
From Flash
From
Gordon.
Flash Gordon.
Voltan.
Voltan,
Yes.
yeah.
Brian Blessed is
Thanks
the
for giving an old bird a chance.
Lord of Loxley in this film.
Mm.
And that was originally, they tried to get Sean Connery for, but he turned it down because, not for any other reason other than he thought that he'd been playing too many fathers as of late.
Then he goes on to play fucking Richard the Lionheart in that King Arthur movie. No, he's King Arthur.
Yeah.
Like not very long after this with Richard Gere and
Well, he's not playing
Bim.
somebody's dad.
Yeah. He's playing a king in that one.
He's just playing an old man, which I guess he was at the time.
Mm-hmm. Well, you're thinking of First Night.
Yeah, First Night, that's
with
right.
him and Richard Gere.
Right.
Which
Yeah.
is truly an awful movie.
Terrible.
They have Star Trek uniforms. That's like, period piece, huh?
We might
They just
wanna
got
look
off
at
the
that one. We might-
Enterprise.
We might want to look at that one.
Oh, it's so bad. We might. Johnny Depp turned down the role of the...
He would probably, like, if somebody approached him with the
Scarlet.
script right now, Will Scarlet? Oh yeah, I will totally do this.
Yeah.
And my vocal Johnny Depp impression is terrible, but my hand gestures are impeccable when it comes to Johnny Depp.
Mel Gibson also turned down the lead in this role because he just done Hamlet. He didn't want to do any period pieces.
Okay?
Now, originally, and up until several days before shooting, it was either several days or several weeks before, right before they started shooting, Robin Wright was originally Maid Marian, who, of course,
God,
is in The
Carrie
Princess
Elwes
Bride with
Robin Wright?
with
Dude,
Robin,
seriously?
yeah, right. Carrie Elwes and Robin Wright.
Fuck.
That was originally what was supposed to
That's
happen
so
here.
stupid.
You know why she got out? Sean Penn knocked her up real good.
Big fat belly.
Yep. She was Prager's. She didn't do it.
Making not Madonnas.
Now, James Furman, who was, of course, the chairman of the British Board of Film Classification, said that the entire time that he was in charge, the only regret he has is giving this film a PG rating.
Okay.
This is a PG
This is
film?
a PG movie.
Wow, this is a PG-13 if I've ever
Yeah,
seen
if I've
one.
ever seen one. It's got Kevin
Wow.
Costner's butt in it.
Yeah, but I think Bud qualifies for PG-13.
No,
you get
yeah,
Bud.
Bud is PG-13.
Yeah, I don't want my kids seeing Kevin
Bud.
Costner's fake butt.
That's it.
Well, that is fun. We're going to do a new thing on the Stinker Madness Improv for this film. We're going to give it a go. We're going to see how it works out, because I'm not real sure. But basically, we have to... I'm going to give you a couple lines, and you can choose which one you try to use, but we have to get to it.
Mm-hmm.
The first line, and these are lines directly from the movie.
Okay.
These are quote unquote spoken by people. Both of these are Ashim's lines from Morgan Freeman. First, I have seen it many times with horses, or I must decline. Allah forbids it. Now, here's the scenario. Jackie will be playing the character of Mortiana, who is the witch from Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. I will be playing Guy of Gusgrove or something, played by Michael Wincott. And Sam will be trying his best at his Alan Rickman impression.
which is not going to be good.
The Sheriff of Nottingham. And we are going to be trying to fuck up Robin Hood. We're planning how to fuck up Robin's birthday, because it's a birthday episode. Robin Hood's birthday party. We're the bad guys. We're going to try to fuck it up. Let me know when you guys are prepared.
I'm ready.
And all of us can get to these lines, but it's gotta be the right thing. Can't just say it. I will start with Michael Wincott, the guy with the eye patch. So, I have to tell you that Robin Hood's birthday is coming up. What should we do? Anything?
Boil, boiling trouble. I'm just making stew.
I gotta tell you, that lady freaks me out, man.
Would anybody like some?
No, thank you. We could use feces as the icing of his cake.
Well, it's a good thing we live in the past, because we're all covered in shit.
I
Plenty in the
see. I see. Oh, no. I've seen that a million times with horses.
You're a dolt?
No.
What are we going to do?
Nope, too soon. Too soon. Disqualified.
Damn.
Continue.
You're a dolt. What are we going to do?
I think we should break his pinata.
I think we should go in and steal all the booze.
You twit!
Steal all of the booze.
Steal all of the moves, like...
Booze.
Booze? Oh, booze. Booze. I like booze
Two
quite a
birds
bit.
with one stone. We kidnap Friar Tuck.
And do what to him?
Then there will be no booze.
Oh, well, there will be no booze if Friar Tuck stays there, because he will drink all of the booze before anybody can get to him.
Well, I don't know.
Maybe we could take Friar Tuck and have our way with him.
No, let's run in and blow out the candles before he gets a chance. We'll steal his birthday wishes. Diabolical.
This is why England is suffering in the Middle Ages. It's full of idiots.
I gotta say, that's one hell of an Alan Rickman for just trying one time.
Ha-cha-cha-cha-cha.
What if we pooed on the cake? Like
But I said the first time you don't!
No.
Let's just wrap up a turd in a box.
What
I
if it was...
specifically said to use feces for the icing of the cake.
But what if it was like a really long, brown, curly one?
It would just look like a decoration. Don't be
Yes.
stupid.
Nobody...
It would look like a turd on a cake versus icing. Would look like icing, but it would actually be feces.
With corn nuts.
What if...
Not with corn nuts.
What if we topped the poop with more poop?
Why not?
What if it was...
Fuck. I don't know.
What if we all went down to Haggis Bell and got a case of the brown?
Maybe we could put fake bomb on it.
Maybe we could just ruin our own birthdays, and I'm sure we're going to because we're all idiots. This is not going well at all.
Maybe we could steal all the balloons.
You know what? I'm calling Jeremy Irons. You guys are terribly undiabolical.
Steal balloons.
He was the bad guy in Die Hard 3 after I was the bad guy in Die Hard 1. You
We
know.
fill the balloons with poop.
Then we
We
won't
don't even
steal
have
the
balloons for another 300 years.
That's a good point.
Crap on the crutch, people.
Let's get
I have seen that many times with horses. Get to the chopper!